said that it would make more sense to play something more relaxed, be more common with everybody.
Yeah.
To be more having it in ear.
Yeah, so that's why I'm with the.
We can wait with the choice screen. It's okay. We can do the why not? Okay?
So what you
Oh, maybe this is. Oh, great.
Okay. Take the A train. So there is this little intro. Right? Okay.
Do you have it?
Right? The intro.
Yeah, we played the intro, right? You guys know the intro?
What should I do in the intro?
Well, you chose the songs. You should know all about it. Right? It's not like, oh, there is an intro.
The discussion was a
What
bit.
am I supposed to do? Play the intro.
Take the A train for 21. The discussion was a bit uncertain.
Uncertain.
Like, we thought we made a jam.
Yeah, it's a hot
Talked
dog
about,
game.
oh, let's play Choice Break. And then we got to the group. And then, okay, no, let's change everything. And now we're just, okay, take the A train.
Okay, so you just play the chord with the intro, right?
What is intro called?
Well, they play this. So it's like, right? That's the rhythm, yes? That one should be able to go up. Right? Isn't it going up somewhere? Like this?
Ah. Okay.
Right? Now it's high.
That's the drummer's stereo.
Yeah. Okay? One, two, three. It looks great, but it feels a little bit for him.
So why are there two screens here?
I have no idea what they're interested in. Do you need one? Sure. Can you take the one without blanket? Great. Okay, one more time.
Sound here?
The sound is not ideal.
It's not ideal.
No, it's now it's better a little bit, but there's curtains would help. Okay. All right. Who gives the tempo? Anybody? You can.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you missed it.
Ah, okay, okay.
They missed it. you talked right, but you went.
Okay.
There was a thing. Maybe you can prepare it better.
Yeah.
So it's easier for them.
Yeah.
You know? So you put down.
But I'm not completely sure.
Yeah.
So.
Sure, but then you try to make it clear at least where you think you are, you know?
Yeah.
And they should make it. Alright, so let's do the last thing, no? Yeah? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Shabby level.
There you go.
13.
I have most.
Yes. Yeah. So if you can't hear it immediately,
Okay.
ask him.
Mhm.
What did you do? Because you played major,
Yeah.
major 7. You know,
Yeah,
and
okay.
you hear he's playing dominant. So, or not, but something is not working. Then you just okay. What's your last chord? Show me. Ah, okay. Now you know, and now he knows he has to play that chord again because you will play those. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. You can play that. Yes? Okay, that was nice. You just didn't come to the team, but other than that, it was okay, right?
But we were supposed to come right after, or?
Well, you know, number of things could have happened. So they could take like 4 bars, chase, or 8, or whatever works for the tune. Or you could have been marking the form like you did in the beginning. Or you just leave him to play the whole thing alone, which is maybe not so nice for him. Always, because he plays a lot alone, you know. So, and then, but you have to be sure, no matter what, you know where you are. So then, if he even looks insecure, it doesn't matter, right? Because we have to support him when he's solo. He's supporting you the whole time. Now we support him. So when he's insecure, he doesn't know, he does something, you guys are like, because you all know. Because now he has solo, so you have time to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he's busy, it's difficult to now, he's not sure to figure out stuff. Right? For you it's much easier, you just observe it. Sort of.
We can do like 8 bars, and after after one chorus of half chorus, we can do 4.
Sure, or you can do 4 and 2, you know. 4 and 2
And
is
one
also
and
fine.
one
Because
after
it,
with the
you can
action.
do 1 and 1,
And,
sure man. No, because it depends on the tempo of the tune.
Yeah.
And your abilities. But say, this tempo, I would probably do shorter things, like 4 and 2.
Yeah.
Or even go to 1, because it's 1, that's enough, you know? It's not 1.
Yeah.
Well, there, you might consider that, right? So then maybe you make it a bit longer.
Yeah.
But in this tempo, and the slower it is, the probably shorter things you will take, you know? So, but it depends. You could also say, hey, it's fun, we do for him just kicks like we did with the blues on 1 and whatever, or 2 and whatever. Then you have something to play with at least. You know what I mean? You have to just do 1 and wait. Yeah? So think of creative things. You can also think like, guys, it would be so great if you could do this for me. It's your solo, you can say what you want. Like now, they could say, hey, in my solo I felt like this and this, and maybe you can change. I like how you change the texture for the piano solo. But you can do this more often. Meaning, not 3 times in a solo.
Okay.
But like you developing 1 solo with Antonio.
Yeah.
So, but then he's coming,
Yeah.
why would you do the same?
Yeah.
And this can be subtle, small differences, but they will make all the difference in the music, you see? And for him also, because now he feels like he's kind of continuing what he was already doing. It's the same chords, same form, same underground for him, you know?
Yeah.
And then we have another one that's again having the same kind of, only okay, he's a little different because he's comping himself, so okay. But you know what I mean? But if you have more soloists, it's good to think about textures. And what you can do with drums, it's the same for you. What you can do, they're different, you know? And that's the same for you as a comping. You know, I going to do all the time the same, you know? So you can also say, I feel like in my solo you can try to do this and I will do that. And then you see how it feels. Or you can say what you want in your solo as well. You know, you want more interaction, you want just piano and you for the first, you know, A's and then in B you come, you know, it was nice what you did there as
Yeah,
well.
that's right.
You started with the brushes there in the beat bar, it was great.
Yeah.
Because suddenly it was like, wow, nice, and something else is happening, right? But the chords are the same, you know, it's the same form.
Yeah.
Yeah? So just think of the orchestration on the go. Or think of it if, well, now we played it first time, so now you can be like, well, I felt like I would want that and that. And then we tried. On the go, you can think also, well, especially you guys who are comping, you know, then the soloist is doing his thing, but he will be thinking, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna, you know, involve them with me? Or I'm just gonna play solo no matter what they do, I do my stuff. You know, that's his choice as a soloist, right? You can be like, soloist, so no matter what you do, he will play his stuff, or he can be more interactive and more, you know, challenging you guys to come with me and do something together. You know, so there are choices to be made in real time when you play, right? You know, if you see Joy all the time looking at the soloist.
Yeah.
All the time. Or he's looking at the drummer, which is the right thing to do. Because he's trying to be with the soloist. That's what you guys have to do. You know? Yeah? So all of you have to do it. Basically, when you comping or not. Because then you stay in the process. Okay, so let's give it another try. Right? The intro, I was not very convinced of the intro. It's a little bit weak, right? It's weak. I mean, you guys cannot do really better, because that's what it is. But you guys can do much better. Right? And you have to decide what it is.
There's a one lead.
But it's right? Okay? So you there with these sticks. You have to be with that. Right? Yes? Somebody come off. Oh, one more thing. Be careful when you get excited or you wanna like help. You tend to rush. And your 8 notes or 16 or triplets or whatever you play get a little closer to each other than they should be. And then they have to like, if you're receptive to that, then you have to a little bit always, you know, that's why I was doing this. Because it's not about to calm you down with the stuff you're doing, it's about making
time.
Yeah, the time has to stay. So do whatever you want, but stay with the time. And the thing is also that you're creating tension with the soloist like that, right? So that you break the rhythm and do sort of, you know, things on the drums and just simple. But, you know, it doesn't have to be technically always more. It can be different accents. It can be, you know, there is a lot of ways how to do this, and you should maybe talk to a teacher about it. But it doesn't always have to be here.
Like here.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. Who is counting?
Let's go, Antonio.
Okay.
One, two, three, four.
So now they're going up and you're standing up.
So that's what.
So why don't we try to do the opposite?
Yeah.
So you go
Yeah.
first low, then high. Low, high. So we have, you know,
Okay.
yes? 1, 2, 1, 1. So Joy is lost. So somebody explain to him the keys.
Alright. I'm doing E and G.
Yeah, that's okay. He has the chord right, but it's about the kicks, the time. He doesn't know when to play.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that doesn't happen. Why not? You have to first give him reference. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then sing it.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, let's try now.
1,
2, 3. No, that sucks.
1.
No.
Sorry.
I wonder why you went.
No.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
The second one is on the beat, but the first one is a little bit out of beat.
Yeah, is it?
No, okay, be specific. So where is it? If you have to write it down, you cannot say on a paper a little bit before the beat. Yeah, what is that? It's
The third note of the first triplet.
Think of terms of 8 notes, right?
Because it's the second, it's the
One and.
Yeah.
What?
One, two, three, four. No, the second time is on time, on the one. So it's the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but it should be actually the way I know it is always upbeat. Let's try it like that, okay?
Okay. Then, okay.
That always upbeat. Okay.
Yeah, the first is up.
Yeah.
And you can, but the second one, you can have is on the beat.
No, we just said that we just said we're going to play both.
And some single version, right? So that it helps
So both
you
sides.
get. So maybe your
Maybe let's
upper
take-
voice doesn't have to stay the same. Ba, what is the first note? It's A flat, right? But they go to E. Ba, it's a D, it's a D chord.
D chord.
Yeah. Well, it's a C chord, sorry. Right? Yeah. Yeah. The first note is A flat. Right? You start from A flat. No, sorry, E to A flat. Other way. E flat, E,
Yeah, sharp.
E. Top voice E. That's E flat. This is E. And then this is the top voice. You know, so what is it?
You mean first two?
Yeah, I want that this is first the top voice and then this is the top voice.
Okay.
But it's the same chord. Yes? Yeah, because the way it is the sound, right? Okay, let's try again.
Maybe a little bit slower.
Like,
Yeah, man, put it on. You get it?
One, two, three, four.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody
It's
has
like, you
another.
know, when I love this moment because it's like you're out of the pool, like you want to swim and you can't anymore. And he takes the biggest thing that he finds to help you and throws it in your head to knock you out, you know, and then it's done. It's like,
Thanks for nothing.
no, but because the intention is all the best, but he will kill you.
Yeah.
So it was great that you wanted to say today, but you weren't working. So yeah, what is it with the form, you guys? It's ABA.
Yeah, we lost it.
Oh yeah, several times.
But
But
the form of the beast.
no, the form is fine. But what is with you with that form? You're
Yeah,
losing
so-
it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's 3 times and the same. After the B part, it's
Yeah, but then it's B
A
part.
part.
But then it's the B part.
Yeah.
And then it's just once, and you know you're on top.
Yeah.
Even if you know. So there are things that you need to, well, you have to keep the form, obviously. But how can we help that? Well, it's more on the rhythm section, honestly, because, you know, when there's just a bass solo, I mean, of course he has to know where the form is. When it's a piano solo, of course you have to know where the form is. But when he threw you out, right? So you have to know where you are. And then don't let him throw you out. Because you made mistake, you went, I think, to a B part where there wasn't B part or other way, I don't remember anymore. But he's very receptive, and then he got confused, and then nobody knew anymore. So, and that can happen, that's okay. But then you're still there. When he gets confused, you have to help. And you have to mark the form well. You know? I mean, you have to mark the form well as well, of course. But you know, it's important that you, and then, of course, we cannot really, like, help you. We cannot help you at the moment when, you know, you have solo, you cannot suddenly start to play to show you where the form is. So, but then we can help with what you wanted to do. Or after your solo, we come firm with the A part. Now, when you take the whole A part and then you let him, that's the second A part, it has to come B for the next solo, whoever is playing, you know, right? And then he plays, that's done, next form. It's A-A-B-A. See? So there it went wrong, of course, as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
Yeah, so that's why you
with the
lost the form
control.
several times already before we got out. So it has to be very clear where you, like it's not enough to just listen. You have to keep the overview of the form at the same time. You know, of course you have to listen, but
I think it has a lot to do with like after the bass solo, where what does it come? And then we are like
it doesn't matter.
Waiting for everybody.
Yeah, sure, I understand that.
After
You know, normally there are things that happen, right? Normally when you are playing melody and then you take the first solo, you are in charge. Sort of what's going to happen. Because then after the solo and you want to do chase with drums, you're the first one to start. You know? At that moment you're deciding if it will be 4, 8, what it will be. And then everybody follows. Do you know what I mean? So you, in this case, now you were in charge. Yeah? Normally it's like, you know, whoever plays the melody actually gives the tempo as well. He's going to play the melody. He's probably taking the first solo or not. Or if you're a leader, you can also be like, okay, I play the melody, but I want you to take first solo. Then you do this. You know? If you want stop time, you do. So everybody stops. But everybody has to be all the time there, right? Because like in the end of the tune, in the theme, there is this option to stop, and then the soloist plays along, and then we come in again, right? Now we are filling it with the drum fill, but that could be the solo, the first soloist already, and you started actually sort of into the drum fill. But we can do stop time, you know. So, but as a leader, you can show that, you know. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And as a leader, you can also show, like don't be, anytime this happens to you that you are the leader, don't be afraid of showing stuff. Well, at the rehearsal, definitely not, but even on the stage. It's better to be very clear with the signs, and everything works, than, you know, be very mysterious and shit happens. You know? But they didn't see I gave the sign. Yeah, but also he didn't see it. Yeah. You know, the audience didn't see it. Yeah, nobody did. You know, and it goes to shit. So it's not about being mysterious with stuff, it's about being clear with stuff. Then the music can happen. Everybody feels comfortable. I don't want to be like, did he give the sign? Did he not give the sign? What the fuck is the sign? You know, I forgot the sign. You just want that he is so clear. I don't have to think about it. I play, oh yeah, okay, we go there. I'm having fun, you know what I mean? I'm not like, no, but you know what I mean? It's so, because sometimes like we have the feeling on the stage that we want to create mystery about everything we do. So it's difficult and complicated. You don't understand anything, but we know what you're doing. It's great. You know? Yeah. But they don't care. Yeah, just shout at them. Head! You know? Whatever. But make it clear, because then the music can happen. Then it's, you know, clear. It's sounds better. You are comfortable. Everybody's happy. Right? So forget the mysterious, you know, difficult signs and agreements. They are stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, so, right. I also brought a tune, so maybe we read a little bit of that tune. Okay? It's very simple. And then we will do some exercises. Yes?
Yeah.
So I brought the blues. I brought the Cedar blues. Oh no, Cedar Walton. Cedar Walton.